Alright, so I'm pretty excited to show this one off. This is like probably my favorite level design that maybe I've ever done, actually. It's not one of the hardest ones, but it's just fun to play and it's like nice to look at. Whoops. But yeah, if you remember the original level 12 crazy, or sorry, hard, this was just like a completely blocked off area, whereas now there's a whole big thing going on here. And then this was just kind of like a simple path that you would go, whereas now there's like a whole bunch of options, and you can even go into the center and then leave the center and go somewhere else. And then this whole top left wasn't really much happening, whereas now there's quite a lot happening in the top left. And then the bottom left wasn't much happening either, whereas now there's quite a lot happening. And yeah, this windmill thing in the middle just kind of changes the whole thing. But yeah, my favorite part of this level is the new top right section. So I'll try to analyze that, and I think I'm just going to try to take my time this time. So this will probably take a while to explain. Just because this is like my favorite level, and yeah, I'm just, there's a lot to explain. But yeah, so first off, there weren't any shifting walls before, whereas now this one will just block your path vertically and then sometimes block your path here horizontally. And then it'll also sometimes open this one. So this bottom right door is mostly open and sometimes closed. And this one is mostly closed and sometimes open. And then this is just mostly open and sometimes blocked off. But yeah, if you look at like where it gets blocked off, it still gives you a safe spot. So it's mainly about memorizing like when it's going to happen. It's not really like a cheap death or anything. But yeah, this entrance gets blocked off. And one thing I'll just mention right off the bat, one of the only things I don't really like about the level is like, let me just show you. Yeah, technically you can get to the checkpoint when it's blocked off. So for example, I have some coins right here. So like normally, oh wait, sorry, it was open, so I didn't have to demonstrate it. Okay, let me just try to demonstrate it better. Like, let's say I get this coin. Wait, it's hard to do it. It's the rock is desynchronized from the main thing, and but yeah, like let's say I get this coin. It's hard to show. Okay, I get this coin, and then I touch there. You see, I didn't actually like. It was blocked from the checkpoint, but I got it anyway because there's like a little bit of leeway, so you could still touch the checkpoint. But yeah, that's kind of like an Easter egg. You might not notice that at first, and yeah, it doesn't really come up that often actually. A lot of times, once you have time to either go to the exit or go to this pocket here. So once you've already got this coin and then you're here, a lot of times it's open anyway. But yeah, the main thing that I like about this level is that it's like deceptive, where it looks like you're only going to have to go around once. And then you can like go out the exit, when in reality, most of the time you'll get like jammed up somehow, and then you'll have to move extra quick. So like right there I could have just gone to the exit, but let me see if I can demonstrate it. But yeah, you'll try to go to the exit, and then it'll be like sometimes blocked off, and then you'll have to go through a whole another cycle. So I like that you think that you're gonna only have to do one cycle, when really sometimes you have to do 2 cycles. Like right there I probably would have got blocked, but let me just try again. But yeah, I like that you kind of get tricked, and you all of a sudden you're in for more than you bargained for. See, like right here, I don't have to do 2 cycles, but let me see again. I can also change the frequency of the door to force you to like do 2 cycles more often by like closing it more often. But I think the way it is right now is fine. Yeah, I guess I'll just try to explain something else. Right when this door opens, this pocket is synchronized with it. So at first it looks like you can just walk in the door and get this coin, but actually it's synchronized so that the moment you go through the door, the coin is always covered. See, so I can't actually just get this coin. except like that, I guess. But it depends where the blue thing is, where the boulder is. But like in general, like right here, I can't just get the coin, and then if I wait and get it, I can see what I mean? So like, someone at the very start were to go like that, they wouldn't get the coin, and then if they were gonna go like that, they still wouldn't get the coin, unless they ran to the checkpoint and got it through the wall like I was explaining. But yeah, what I like is that sometimes you're just kind of going slow. Like I can go pretty fast because I've practiced it. Although even for me, it's still pretty hard. But it's actually pretty fun to play because you have to kind of judge like when the ball is coming and it speeds up in certain spots. So like, and then you have to like look ahead to if the door is open, and there's this one safe spot right here, but it's kind of awkward to get into. So like you can always just go here and be safe. And then like, you basically sit there, you get to here, you sit here, and then you wait for the blue thing to pass. And then once the blue thing's passed, you try to go as quickly as you can. And a lot of times you don't really have that much time. So you can like either get to the pocket and get that coin, or you can like get to the exit. But if you try to do both, a lot of times you get killed. So like here, I'll just try to get to the exit, but then it closes. So then I have to go around a whole another time again. Although that time I let it close on me on purpose. But like, yeah, like sometimes you're just not going fast enough. And you just have to run as fast as you can, and like it's kind of cool how just sometimes you're forced to do multiple cycles. And sometimes you want to get that coin in the pocket, but it closes on you. And that time I was just not going quickly enough, but I probably could have survived if I had done a quicker thing. Or you just wait for a better cycle. But like here, it's like chasing after me. So I'm like rushing there, but I didn't get there in time. I think I probably could have survived that though, or I could have just gone sooner. But yeah, I just like that sometimes the door closes in your face, although in actuality you can still get to the checkpoint anyway. That's the only, see like there I got to the checkpoint anyway. That's the only kind of problem with this level. But yeah, I'll just show you quickly like this is the duration of each increment. I split it up into like increments, and then this is 95 milliseconds. So if I were to change it to 50, you get like a, oh wait, why is that not working? That's really weird. Maybe if I go like this. Okay, there. See, like this is 50 milliseconds per increment. But yeah, I can still play around with it a bit. I'm doing 95. I would probably maybe, I don't know, I think it's fine the way it is. I might do 96, or I'm just trying to think for a second. Maybe 94, because it might desynchronize a little bit better. 94.5 maybe. But anyway, yeah, also I'll show you what it looks like slow. Like if I did 194, see now it's going like super slow, but it would be too easy if it were going this slow, and it looks weird. But yeah, I'll just do 94.5. That's slightly faster than before. But yeah, this is what the code looks like. This is to move it around, like through the cave. Each like enemy is like a half tile, so that's why you see all these 0.5s. Then this part is where it like bounces here. And then this is just going around the rest of the cave. And then this is how long each segment takes. So this one's like 6 increments, this one's 2, this one's 3.5, whatever. And then this is the ease of each thing. So like when it's from here, it's easing out, which means it's like slow and then fast. Whereas easing in is it's like fast and then slow. So like here it eases in and then eases out. So that's why you see an in and then an out. And then when it bounces in the air, when it hits like the top point of the bounce right there, it eases in and out again. And then this is the rotation. I manually calculate the rotation so that it rotates a certain amount negative, and then it does the exact same amount positive, so it ends up at the same spot. So this is when it first starts falling. It rotates 190 degrees, and yeah, this is the duration of each rotation because it doesn't fully match the duration of the shift, the main movement. And then this, I do a little bit of easing on the rotation too, which is really only right here that I ease the rotation. The rest is not uneased. But yeah, the other cool thing is some of these are degrees are positive and some of them are negative. And what that means is like here it switches, and then here it switches. See, it's like going like clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. See, like it kind of goes back and forth between counterclockwise and clockwise. So it's like it's kind of like a wheel. Whatever it's on the bottom of it is what it's rolling against. But yeah, I like that I was able to get all that stuff in. And the rock looks good in the same exact like spacing and size as these normal enemies, so it kind of fits in well. But yeah, anyway, that's about all. There's not that much left to say on that one, but I'll just play around with it for fun. I also like this gap is kind of awkward, and it's like a semi-safe spot where you're safe from the green but not from the blue. So like this green is pretty well placed because you still get this one safe spot here, and then it gives you it forces you to like zigzag in and out. So you have to go like zig, zag, zig, and it kind of like intersects with where you're going quite a lot. But yeah, you can also go out this exit, and it just doesn't open very often. But like right there, I can go out here if I want to. It's just harder to get out that door than this door because it doesn't stay open as long. Although there's a safe spot right in front of it. You can also go like this if you want. And just, I was going to get that coin and run back here. Okay, but anyway, that's enough for the, the boulder. Oops. But yeah, I like that these walls are shifting around and that they also share this enemy. So it's not actually two separate groups. It's two groups and then one enemy as a single. But yeah, I like that it's kind of cool like that. I like that there's still two safe spots here, but it's deceptive. This one, it gives you time to hang out here, and then you can follow it, although it's way tighter when you follow it. Whoops. See, I'm better off going before it than following it. And if I go to the left, I'm forced to run all the way over here. And then if I go to the right, there's a safe spot. But it's kind of an awkward. See, I tried to get into it there, and I just died because it's an awkward. That's exactly what I was talking about. It's an awkward safe spot. It's hard to kind of judge. Yeah, and then sometimes it looks like you have time, but you don't really have quite enough time. But there's other times because these are desynchronized, the green and the windmill. Sometimes you just barely have enough time, and sometimes you barely don't. But you can always kind of judge it, so it's not really that unfair. I don't feel like anything on this level is unfair. But yeah, I'll show you. I can chase after the green if I want, but you need a proper cycle to do that. See, like right here. You don't need to wait to go. So I like that you can go before or after, but before is just kind of safer. I also like how when I'm going through like this cavern here, right here, you have to be kind of careful because the ground's moving beneath you. And it kind of sticks out a little bit more in certain spots than others. But yeah, I like that also I give you some tighter squeezes, and this is a tighter squeeze, this is a tighter squeeze, this is two looser squeezes. So you might get used to the loose squeezes there, and then forget that the next one's a tighter squeeze. But yeah, I also like that you can go like this. You don't even have to go over here unless to get that coin. But yeah, you can. It's easier to get in at that angle than it is at the other angles because of just the way the walls are. See, oops. That one I missed the cycle, or it wasn't a good cycle. This one's pretty easy to get in right there. Getting out at the top and at the left are I think the left for sure is harder. The top's probably not that hard, but the left is a little bit harder because if you look the space here is actually way less than the space here. So it is actually harder to get in and out from the left. The top is only slightly harder. The top's like medium. This is hard and this is easy. But yeah, because of the amount of space between them. But yeah, I like that if you're close looking at it, you can kind of notice that. Here's a tight squeeze. Now this is placed deceptively, where in actuality you have to go like that. You have to go diagonal at the end. But I've had a lot of plays where just naturally I just kind of go like this. Let me just use invincibility for a bit. Just naturally I would go like this and then die there, because like sometimes you just kind of forget. But yeah, I like that you can die there, but it's your own fault for forgetting. It's like a minor deception that'll work sometimes, I think. But yeah, here you go through kind of like a wider cavern, but the ground's moving beneath you and something's chasing you, forcing you to go fast. And then you get to a little bit of or not a little bit, like a skinnier cavern. I skip over a safe spot right here most of the time, but it's nice knowing that you can go there. But yeah, what you're supposed to do is go like that, like so, then go around like so. And then this coin I can get from either side. But one of the most deceptive things about the whole level is this purple enemy is halfway between two tiles, whereas everywhere else it's on like a corner of a tile. So what'll end up happening is you'll be like right here in the middle of the tile and you can move perfectly fine, and then you'll run past this green thing and then you'll hit it right there, because this one is actually like way easier to hit because it's protruding out of the tile, whereas these are like kind of at the edge of the tile. So yeah, like what I was going to explain, let's see if I can get over there. What I was going to explain is you can get this coin from either side, but if you get it from this side, you actually have more room to run. It's actually like easier to do on this side. If you look at the left side or the bottom side, you try to get that coin on the bottom side, a lot of times you'll die on the way to the coin. But also when you come like, if I were to go like in out, I have this like, oh wow, that was a close, wait, I have invincible, oh no I don't, okay, that was just really close. But yeah, sometimes you go in out and you hit this one because it's deceptively placed. So this is actually easier to get the coin than here. But here, if you're speed running, you might need to come over here anyway. So it might be faster, but anyway, it might just depend on what cycle you get. But yeah, I like that. And this one can go on either side, and then this one's just faster. But yeah, I really like that deceptively placed enemy that's like halfway between the two, because since it's purple, it looks like it's going to be positioned like all the other ones, but it's a troll. It's actually halfway between two tiles, and you could very easily hit that. But also, I give you like a wall there, because, whoops, okay, I'll just go over here. The wall actually is like almost like a hint. It shows you that you can like go higher up, and it shows you kind of where to go. So I should be going from here, not from like here. But yeah, I like that it deceptively can kill you, but this wall is kind of like a hint, and it gives you something to line up against. So even if you get deceptively killed, it doesn't feel as cheap. But yeah, you can like, also sometimes you think you're memorizing the cycle and then you try to go like that, but actually you just run into an enemy. Or they might not notice that this bottom one's going quicker. But yeah, the other cool thing about this one, I'll turn off invincibility now. This bottom one goes pretty quick, but it's not that hard. So I can go like this, boop. But the cool thing is, depending on the cycle of the green thing, you could do both. You could go like, boop, like that. Exactly like that. So if you're a speedrunner, instead of going all the way around, which isn't actually that easy, it's tight, you could do a speedrun strat and just go like, boop, 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 boop. And then you get that one there. But if you're going to do that, then you might as well get this coin from this side. But yeah, it depends. The strategy of what's fastest might change depending on when you got this coin or not. If you're going to come over here anyway, then the intended way... See, that's not really the intended way because it's way too tight. see if I can do this. This one's pretty tight. Oop. See, the intended way is like this. You notice that this thing's halfway through, so you move up a bit, then you run across, then you run down and you go extra tight, and then you go like this. Oh, and I died. But it's like extra tight. So it's actually pretty hard to do, but it's still easier than doing like the boop, 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 boop thing. Yeah, and then the cavern that you get back from. Oh, getting down there is just awkward. But yeah, I'll just teleport over there. The cavern you get back from is also pretty tight. So you just go like this. You have like a, you know, it looks like it's roughly the same size as this one, but actually it's way tighter if you look at it closely. Not way tighter, but this one is actually much easier than this one because it's also deceptive. And then at the end of this one, you have a safe spot. But at the end of this one, you have a green thing and then a safe spot after the green thing. So it might look deceptively easy because you get through the top like reasonably okay. But then when you're over here, it looks easier than it is. You actually have to time it with the green thing a bit. See, oh, see that time it was real close. Whereas the top, it's like, okay, I have a safe spot right here. But yeah, I really like that this on the way back should be harder than on the way there because it's near the end, and I like that it is. And then you can also like do stuff like this. If I don't want to get back that other way, let's say I hadn't got the one in the middle yet. I'm pretty sure invincibility is off right now. But yeah, you just wait for a good cycle because they're desynced. And then you just go like, bam. But then you got to remember to stop at the right spot. Then you go over here, and then you got to remember that there's a green thing coming. But yeah, anyway, I made good use of these green things. The boulder worked out super well. Happy with the animation. This is only possible because I made my new animation system, which took like a month of work because I was trying to do a really thorough job of it. But yeah, this is my favorite level design probably I've ever made. I just like a lot about it. The only thing I don't like is that, like, if I get one of these coins, like that, I could just run to the checkpoint and die at the wall. But ultimately, it's, and that's why I put this enemy here. It used to not be an enemy here. It used to be something else, because I didn't want you to be able to touch the corner of the checkpoint. But ultimately, it's kind of like an Easter egg. If you don't notice that, you might run the other way. Because if you hadn't thought about that yet, let's say the wall's coming, the boulder's coming. Okay, the door's closed. Okay, I'll probably just think to run the other way anyway. I also like that you can run too far and then get crushed by the door. And you're like, darn it, I should have stopped sooner. But, yeah. And also, these little pockets that reveal the coins, it's supposed to look like you're mining for gold. You, like, chipped out some, you know, rock, and then there's some gold in, and then you go and get the gold. And then this is obviously supposed to be like a boulder chasing you down a cave. And then this is like a, you know, like an earthquake or something causing you. But anyway. And then these kind of look like bats, these green things. But I don't know. I didn't make them black, so if I really want to. But I don't really like using the black colors because I haven't got to the hard levels yet. But anyway, yeah, I also like the coin placements, how they're in kind of awkward spots, but it still kind of works. They're not all just centered. Yeah, like there's multiple options here. Even though the intended route by going around is pretty hard, this quick style thing is actually even harder. But yeah, I like that it's harder on the way over than the way over, like way back than the way is over there. The easiest part of the level is actually just this part right here. Just going like that. This is actually the easiest part. Except for maybe or actually no, the easiest part would be once you get over here, getting these coins is very easy. Then you just gotta notice not to get hit by this thing, get that coin, and then you're supposed to go like this. Oh god, see, it's even tighter than, see, and that's my own fault because I could have seen that. I like also, if I don't feel like going the long route, I could say, okay, I'm taking the shortcut. Boop. Oh. Okay, shortcut time. Oh, the shortcut's harder, but it's quicker. If the shortcut were easier, that would be stupid, or that wouldn't, you know, that wouldn't be as cool. Okay, I didn't get, and you know, like you can't expect it when it's desynchronized to always line up like you would want. But I don't think that means I should have synchronized it. I think it's fine desynchronized because that's part of the difficulty. But yeah, you can get out of any exit. It's harder on the way back than the way there. I like these walls. I like how they share the thing. I like how you're the main thing I like is you're sometimes forced to do multiple cycles over here. Let me try to show that again. So you're like, okay, see if I'll see how long I can survive actually. Let me just see how long I can survive. See how many loops I can do. Okay, starting now. Okay. I'll just go straight over here. So you don't have to go to the safe spot. Okay, but it's way easier with the safe spot. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing. Okay, I'm blocked there. So now I'm gonna go around. Okay, oh, better run up. Okay, I was too, I don't know, that time felt slightly unfair, but most of the time it's not like that. So here, I'll show you how many times I can survive to demonstrate that it's fair. Okay, so I went around once. See, one of the strategies for survival is basically, instead of waiting for the green thing, let me just show you. Instead of waiting and going after it like that, you can also go before the green thing, or like halfway through, kind of. You don't always have to interact with the green thing the same way. See, I can go like that. So that's like before it. See, I can go there. I also like that, like, that you have to get used to the easing so you could predict it better. But yeah, like there, if I had waited for it, I would die. There, at least I had a chance at surviving. I just ran into a wall. But let me just try to go around this a bunch of times. Okay. Didn't have time to get that. Okay, so that's like 1.5 laps. Gotta go quick. Okay, I could have gone quicker there. Okay, this is a half lap. Oh, okay, let me just try for a little bit. I did just make it, and I've been working on it for 3 days. It took a long time. Okay, that's a half lap. Just the boulder animation was like 5 hours or 7 hours or something like that. I spent a long time on just on the boulder animation. Okay, that's a half lap. Ooh, see there? See, I outran it because I knew if I wait too long, I'm not gonna have time. Okay, so that's 1.5 laps. You gotta go quick. Okay, blocked off. Okay, that's 2.5 laps. A little bit close for comfort there. I'll wait for another cycle because I wasn't paying attention. See, 3.5 laps. Okay, whatever. But yeah, it's survivable as much as you want, basically, is what I was trying to demonstrate. But yeah, I like everything about this level. It's my favorite one so far. They're not going to be all this good. When I look back at this one, I quite like, but when I look back at some of these other ones, I'm not really that thrilled like this one. I mentioned this one's kind of cave themed, but not really. But this one pulls off the cave theme like way better. Oh, and by the way, for crazy mode, see, this is hard, very hard. For crazy mode, I'm just gonna reuse this boulder thing. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of boulders. I'm gonna have this same general concept, but with more boulders, and it's gonna be totally bananas. It's gonna take up the whole screen. Yeah, I'm not actually looking forward to doing that because it's going to be a lot of work. It's kind of tedious, but yeah, it's going to be multiple boulders in the next one in the crazy mode. Okay, anyway, that was quite a long time just to talk about one level, but this is my favorite level. It's way better than the original. I like that there's some checkpoint starvation, but any one piece of the level isn't that hard. It's a bunch of like somewhat hard things, like medium difficulty things, all in a row, but you can always go back to the checkpoint. There's multiple different paths back to the checkpoint. So, you know, oh, and by the way, you can't, I'll turn on invincibility. You can't make certain things like If I try to like beat this windmill, I have invincibility on. See, there's certain paths you just can't do. It would be kind of cool if you could speed run through that, but there's no real reason to do that. But yeah, some paths aren't possible. But one thing that's cool is this one is possible. You just go like boop, 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 boop. I have invincibility on, but I might have made that anyway. Let me just try again. I have invincibility on for sure. But yeah, it's makeable. It's just really tight. It used to be easier to... Oh, let me just try again here. It used to be easier to make this. See, it is makeable if you're a speedrunner. But yeah, it used to be easier, but I added a little thing here to break it up because it was too easy before. And I could have made this tighter, but I like that the top, you get some more room, ground's moving beneath your feet, and then you get a safe spot after. But then you're expecting something roughly the same for the bottom, but in actuality, it's way tighter. Ground's moving above you, and then you have this thing, and then the safe spot's in an awkward location. I like that the bottom's harder and all this. Yeah, anyway, okay, that's enough about that level now. This took a solid 3 days though. Okay, I just want to make some progress, but yeah, I've been working pretty hard on that level, so yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna beat that much, but anyway, we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna go back to coding for a bit because I'm getting pretty drained from the level design. I did a lot of level design after finishing my new animation system. That was like less than a month ago. It's probably like a couple weeks ago or something that I finished the animation system. I did like a ton of level design. I've done 15 new levels. Yeah, 2 crazy and 13 very hard. And I have 60 total. So I'm 25. I've done 15 total. 15 out of 60. So it's 25% done the level design now. But I'm pretty burned out now, so I'm gonna go back to coding for a bit. Anyway, yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm happy with that one, but yeah, I'm gonna just try to space out the level design a bit more instead. I'm not gonna go through the whole 60 levels like as quickly as possible because you get burned out. Also, I want to build up my skill more for the crazy mode levels. I'm still not quite ready for designing them. If I beat World's Hardest Game 3, though, in a reasonable amount of time, that'll help a lot for designing crazy mode, which is looking quite likely, but it just depends how much I struggle at the end. There's no way I'm going to beat it this video, obviously. Maybe, like, earliest next video, but probably it's going to be the video after that or the video after that. That was a decent attempt, though. Okay, I could just reset every time, which I'm tempted to do, but it's kind of fun not doing that. Okay, that's a bit of progress. I kind of like this design. Some of them are faster than others. Yeah, I'm not going to analyze the design, but I kind of like this one, but it is pretty good, actually. The gameplay is pretty interesting, actually. This one works pretty well. Sometimes you could see them coming, like, lining up. But yeah, that last level design, there's just a lot to talk about. I don't think I missed anything, but it's possible I missed a couple things. But yeah, I design it deceptively in a few ways, which I'm pretty happy with. Where you'll, like, it's your own fault for not noticing, kind of. That was my own fault, too. Like, I like that it trolls you a bit, but it's not, like, too unfair. See, I'm kind of just spamming them out, and I know I'll get them eventually. Because there's checkpoints all over the place, so you don't have to be able to do this one consistently. But yeah, making that last level actually it was a lot of hours of playing the game to make that level. In the 3 days I spent working on it, I must have played for hours. Just while, I wish I could have got through there. Just while designing it and tweaking the boulder animation and stuff, like it's like 5, 6, 7 hours. Because it's not really that easy to do really, because I don't really do stuff like that normally for level design, and I'm not animating it in Flash or something. I'm doing it all with code. Oh god, that was a bad one. It's not really that hard though, but it's tedious. It takes a while. Okay, I'll just get those for now. I feel like I get those. Oh. I'm not gonna try to get everything. I'll try one more time to get everything, and then I'll swallow my pride and just do it in chunks. Let me just make one more serious attempt. Let me get to the coins one more time and try to get everything. Oh, that was a tight one. And if not, I'll do it in chunks. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this one in chunk. That was it. I could see the opening. Get back. Yeah, I don't want to play too poorly because I'm coming up to the end of the game. This is just lucky to make sure I'm on level 5, but I know I am. But yeah, I want to have some confidence going into the end, because the end involves not choking. Because there's three areas or there's like 4 areas in a row basically that you have to do. One area is like in 3 sections. So you have to do like 1 hard area and then 3 like medium areas. All smaller ones. 1 hard large one and then 3 small medium ones kind of. But it involves not choking on the medium ones. So I want to go in with confidence so that I'm not just going to choke. Because that'll be annoying. It'll be a lot better if I just don't choke at all. Which is also, you know, I'm not like nerves of steel or anything. So there's always a chance I'm going to choke. But I don't want to choke like 5 times in a row or something. Because I'll probably just record the whole thing. All the attempts. I'm not going to edit anything out. Oh god. I remember this one a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to get, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that key and get over to a checkpoint. Oh. I was hoping to do that first try, but it's okay. Oh, I almost survived that. My toe is coming out of a hole in my sock, and it's messing with my head. Just give me a second to rearrange my sock. The toe, there's a hole right over top. Okay, let me just take off my sock. Okay, let me take off the other sock now. Okay, gotta focus. Oh, that was nice. I just ran right over here. No choking. So I might as well get these coins now. Oh, actually, no. I'm coming back anyway. Okay, screw that. I'll just get the coins later and focus on getting the checkpoint. Looks pretty... I don't know if it's frame perfect. It was probably 2 frames, but it's pretty tight. Okay. It's pretty tight. Okay, it might even be frame perfect. I don't know, but... I don't have a good feel for what's frame perfect and what's not, but that one's pretty tight. Okay, when it does that, I could just run over. Let's get those coins later. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm coming back anyway. And there's a checkpoint right near the coins. It's just blocked by a door, so there's no point bothering with those coins right now. Once I get that key, they're so close to a checkpoint that I'll just get them easily. Gotta focus on not choking here and not getting tilted. Yeah, it's not frame perfect. Okay, that was pretty tight. I don't usually do repetitive stuff like this anymore. But it is kind of fun sometimes as a challenge to do the same thing a bunch of times in a row. Because then all you're doing is choking at the end. You already know you could do it, but it's just a matter of not choking or being consistent with it. Oh god, I thought I was going to die there. Ugh. See, now it's a choke if I die. Oh, see, I changed my mind there. I like that you could change your mind. If you don't go quick enough, like if I go like that, I could just change my mind. Okay, it's gonna hurt my confidence a lot for the end of the game if I choke here, so I definitely don't want to choke here. Oh, I definitely don't want to choke here. Okay, got it. Okay, if I really wanted to be risky, I would get those coins, but I do not want to do that. I'll just do it on my way back. This one shouldn't be that hard. There's something in Throwback Tower that's similar to this, so this one shouldn't really be that hard. Okay, well, maybe I spoke too soon, but it shouldn't be that hard. Just gonna focus on getting that key. I'll get the coins afterward. Okay, that one I screwed up. There's a certain pattern you're supposed to recognize, but it's kind of hard. Like there, like, oh. Well, sometimes you have to double dumb it. I don't know when, but double. I was trying to say double something, but I couldn't think of the word. Double step it or double tile it or something. But here it's hard to see where to go. I didn't really know where to go there. I'm just gonna worry about the coins later. The double thing helps a lot in certain spots. Okay, here's the spot where I'm confused, and I'm still confused. It's okay, I'll figure it out. I don't remember having trouble there before. Oh, okay, that was weird. Sometimes I can't recognize the proper pattern. It's weird. For fun, I'm gonna try speedrunning it without knowing anything, just by going fast. I want to try going fast. I don't think I normally get through like that. Whoa. Ugh. That one was weird. Okay, this one's starting to tell me. I gotta focus now. See, it's like, it's getting harder the more I do it somehow. Try to go over left as much as I can before crossing. Okay, that felt a little bit better. Oh god, what the hell? See, I didn't go left as far as I can before crossing there, so that broke the rule. Oh. This one's confusing me. It's harder than I remember. I can't believe I beat the Throwback Tower version of this now. That one was actually pretty hard. Way harder than this. Oh, okay, that was the right thing, but it was a bit tight, but I'm not gonna worry too much about that. That was the wrong thing. Just gonna focus on consistency, getting the right pattern. Detecting the right time to go. So there's an easy way and a hard way, for sure. These all those patterns I did were all the easy way. Okay, now what do I do here? Not that. Guess I'll just try looking at it longer. If I don't know what to do. Try to figure it out by looking just longer. Getting over here is getting pretty comfortable. Okay, I'll just remember to do that. Okay, that worked. Alright, I'm just gonna make progress, get these coins on my way back. I'll just end it there, actually. That was pretty difficult. Alright. Yeah. Since I'm banking up videos now, releasing every 3 days, and I'm saving up videos for later, even though I'm going to take a little break from level design, it shouldn't affect... You should still see consistent level design videos. Because if I take a few days off, I can afford to do that because I banked up a few videos. I'm gonna release. I have 3 banked up right now, but tomorrow I'll release one. So then I'll have 2 banked up. But that lasts me 6 days because I'm releasing every 3 days. So I just have to make another level design within the next 6 days, and I'll be fine, or even the next 9 days actually. Because but anyway, yeah. So I'm just gonna release a level design video every 3 days. Yeah. Anyway, see you next time.